Do you ever feel like the world is constantly telling you to go out, socialize, and be busy all the time? As if staying home means you're lazy, antisocial, or somehow missing out on life. The truth is, not everyone thrives in the noise and chaos of the outside world. For some, home isn't just a place to sleep. It's a sanctuary, a creative space, and the one environment where they can truly be themselves. Think about it. At home, you don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to impress anyone. You can sit in silence, dive into your hobbies, or simply breathe without pressure. And while some people chase excitement out in the world, others find fulfillment in stillness. So today, we're going to uncover 5 powerful truths about people who prefer staying home. Truths that prove choosing your own peace is not a weakness, but actually a strength. 1. Home is a safe haven. For many people who prefer to stay home, their space isn't just 4 walls. It's a shield from the chaos of the outside world. The moment you step outside, you're faced with unpredictability, traffic, noise, crowded places, endless responsibilities, and sometimes even judgment from others. At home, however, you control the environment. Here, you choose the sounds, the pace, and the energy around you. You can light a candle, make a warm drink, curl up with a book, or simply exist without anyone demanding your attention. That's powerful. It doesn't mean that people who stay home are afraid of the world. It means they've built a safe zone where they can protect their peace and recharge. In fact, having such a place of comfort is essential for mental health. The world outside is often restless, but at home, you create your own rhythm. 2. They're often deep thinkers. When you spend more time at home, you naturally create space for thought. Without the constant noise of crowded places, endless conversations, or social obligations, your mind has the freedom to wander, to reflect, and to dive deeper. This doesn't mean that people who go out all the time aren't thoughtful. It simply means that those who prefer staying in often prioritize introspection. Instead of filling every hour with activity, they choose to sit with their thoughts. That kind of silence can be uncomfortable for many, but for homebodies, it's a doorway to clarity. Think of history's great minds, philosophers, writers, inventors. Many of them spent long hours in solitude. Why? Because reflection takes time. Inspiration often comes in quiet moments, not in the rush of daily noise. So if you prefer to stay home, it might be because your inner world is rich and alive. You're not avoiding life. You're exploring it in a different dimension, through ideas, creativity, and reflection. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video. Your support helps more people discover these ideas. And if you're enjoying this journey into the mysteries of the mind, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, back to the video. 3. Social energy is limited. One of the most misunderstood truths about people who prefer to stay home is this. It's not that they dislike people. It's that social interaction costs energy. Every conversation, every event, every gathering, no matter how enjoyable, requires focus, presence, and emotional investment. For some, this is energizing. For others, it's draining. Homebodies often fall into the second group. They can absolutely enjoy being around others, but after a while, they feel mentally exhausted, as if their inner battery has been depleted. This doesn't make them unfriendly or antisocial. It makes them self-aware. They understand that their energy is precious, and they choose carefully where to spend it. Instead of scattering themselves thin across dozens of social interactions, they prioritize rest, reflection, and meaningful activities at home. Think of it like this. Just as some people recover after a long run by eating and sleeping, people who stay home recover after a long day of socializing by retreating into solitude. It's not avoidance, it's balance. 4. They value depth over quantity. People who prefer to stay home often see relationships differently. Instead of chasing after large circles of friends or constant social validation, they focus on a few meaningful connections. To them, one deep, honest conversation at home can be worth far more than an entire night of small talk at a crowded event. This mindset comes from understanding that time and energy are limited. Homebodies invest their energy carefully, nurturing relationships that truly matter. They'd rather spend hours talking with someone they trust, exploring real ideas, and building genuine bonds than spreading themselves thin across shallow interactions. It's not about being selective in a judgmental way, it's about honoring authenticity. When you value depth, you learn that not every connection has to be kept, not every invitation has to be accepted, and not every interaction has to turn into a friendship. For many who prefer staying home, relationships become less about numbers and more about quality. And in the end, those fewer but stronger connections often bring greater fulfillment than a crowd ever could. 5. They're not missing out. They're choosing differently. One of the biggest misconceptions about people who prefer staying home is that they're somehow missing out on life. Society often paints the picture that the real experiences, fun, success, and adventure, are all out there, somewhere beyond your door. But the truth is, fulfillment doesn't look the same for everyone. Homebodies don't withdraw because they're afraid of life. They simply create joy on their own terms. That might mean reading a book that transports them to another world, cooking a meal that warms their heart, creating art, gaming, meditating, or even just resting in silence. None of this is less meaningful than a night out. It's simply different. The idea that staying home equals missing out comes from comparison, but real happiness is found in choosing what nourishes your soul, and for many people, that nourishment is right at home. They're not closing themselves off from life. They're shaping life in a way that feels authentic. So when someone says, you should get out more, remember, there's no universal rule for how to live. Some people chase joy outside. Others build it inside. Both paths are valid. So if you're someone who doesn't like leaving the house, remember this. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not strange. You're not missing out. And you're not less than anyone else. You're simply choosing a lifestyle that honors your peace, your energy, and your inner world. The truth is, the world needs both kinds of people. Those who bring energy into the outside spaces, and those who find meaning within the quiet walls of home. One isn't better than the other. They're just different ways of living. If this video spoke to you, take a second to hit the like button. It helps me know that this kind of content resonates with you. And if you want more videos on psychology, philosophy, and the hidden truths about human nature, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And now I'd love to hear from you. Are you more of a homebody, or do you feel alive when you're out in the world? I always enjoy reading your stories and experiences. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.